This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Friday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. September the 15th, we have made it to Friday. And this week, I really mean it, we've made it to Friday.
I know. I have never looked more forward to a weekend than I have today.
Hopefully a nice weekend on the couch, John, watching college football for you.
No.
Yes, that sounds fun.
He's not a big football fan.
I know, he's not.
You can catch me with a chainsaw this weekend.
All right.
We have a large cluster of clouds out in the Atlantic waters. That's Tropical Storm Jose. Jose is going to inch its way closer to the state of Florida and the U.S. coastline, but turn away and bring us some fair weekend weather. Nice weekend weather. In fact, Jose will improve our weekend weather. And by that, I mean we'll have less rain chance. We've had a few scattered showers around already today, mostly light cloudiness around now, fair weather cloudiness. You can see the remnants of what was a thunderstorm out in Gulf waters kind of moving onshore now, producing some drizzle. That's about it for parts of Manatee County particularly. Will give us a small rain chance today. Isolated showers won't add to any of the river flooding, but it will be a warm one. Daytime high near 90. Your complete forecast coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
All right, John, checking first alert traffic right now. Nothing major to report. A little slow down there at 70 as you approach 301 from the east. Checking farther south now into Sarasota County. A little blip on the screen, Clark Road. Eastbound around Beneva, otherwise pretty clear in Sarasota County. South County, Sarasota, now we'll check down there and see how it looks in the South County region toward Nokomis and Venice. There we go. Look at that. Build up on 681. As you head from 41 up to 75. So be aware of that congestion already this morning. Otherwise, just one little spot on the screen, 41 southbound heading toward South Venice. And also this morning, all Sarasota County traffic lights are working again. That's good news. The county and the sheriff's office tweeted this announcement overnight, thanking FPL and county teams for their hard work.
And happening now across the Suncoast, thousands of Florida Power and Light customers are once again waking up in the dark.
Yeah, we are staying in touch with FP now to get the latest updates as they work to get all power back on. Right now, we're taking a live look at the FPL staging area at Roberts Arena at the fairgrounds on Fruitville Road. Crews are in and out around the clock trying to restore your service safely and as quickly as possible. At the very latest, they hope to have all customers restored on the 22nd. That's exactly 1 week from today. Now, at last check, Manatee County has more than 35,000 customers without power still. Sarasota has 60,000. Our crew is camped out there at the staging area in case they have any major breakthroughs in getting the lights back on here on the Suncoast. Now, restoring power to millions across the state is a top priority after Hurricane Irma. Sweltering
temperatures are making life uncomfortable and difficult as progress is being made. Florida Governor Rick Scott addressed the progress during President Trump's visit. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump spent a few hours in Florida seeing the damage firsthand.
I came down to see FEMA, to see the Coast Guard, to see the Army, the Marines, everybody, the Navy. The job that everybody has done is incredible.
President Trump also met with storm victims while checking on recovery efforts. Recovery is underway for areas impacted by Irma, as piled up debris in some areas is making access difficult. Others are still flooded as rescues are still going on.
And here's an example of one of those rescues caught on camera. Firefighters rescued a retired nurse from floodwaters in Hernando County. You see firefighters pulling a flat-bottom boat through chest-deep water to save her and her dog from rapidly rising water. She was able to tough it out through Irma, but was not expecting for the water to continue to rise after it was over.
We started getting it Saturday night, right in the middle of the night, because I slept right through it. And then the water really started coming in on Tuesday.
Priority is life safety, get the occupants out to safety, and we'll deal with the aftermath later.
Marilyn McCauley says she is thankful the men from that area were there when she needed them. The Withlacoochee River near her house is now above a major flood stage and may not crest until next week. Firefighters told her the water may rise another 2 feet before it's over.
Well, a lot of people are finding themselves face to face with a flooded home, and they may be wondering where to start to take steps toward recovery. Step 1, apply for FEMA. President Trump has approved a disaster declaration that includes Suncoast counties, and that means you can apply for federal disaster assistance. Sarasota, Manatee, even DeSoto counties are included in that major disaster declaration. You can sign up for help at disasterassistance.gov. Now, we've put a link to it on our website at mysuncoast.com with more information about how to apply. But you will need to give them your address and private insurance information. It also helps to upload any pictures and documents that support your application. FEMA will send you application status updates by text or email. If you have any questions, you can call FEMA at 1-800-462-7585. They have someone waiting to answer your calls from 7 a.m. until 11 at night.
Well, lost in all the storm coverage, a very tragic story from Hardee County, and the state will honor 2 law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty during Hurricane Irma preparations. On Sunday, Hardee County Sheriff Deputy Julie Ann Bridges and Sergeant Joseph Osman of the Florida Department of Corrections were killed in a 2-car crash. They hit each other. They were working to help prepare their communities for the approaching storm. Governor Scott has ordered all flags, the U.S. and the Florida flag, to be lowered to half staff from sunrise to sunset tomorrow. Some breaking news now out of London. Police are investigating after reports of an explosion on an underground train. It's now being called a terrorist incident.
Wow, new images are starting to come in out of that area. We're working to get more information for you as the morning unfolds, but right now there is limited information. But witnesses have described seeing passengers with facial injuries. Others have described panic as passengers left the train. London Ambulance said they were on the scene with multiple resources, including ambulance crews, incident response officers, and its hazardous response team. They said they were assessing the level and nature of those injuries.
Japan is on high alert after North Korea launched a ballistic missile that flew over the country before landing in the northern Pacific Ocean. New video this morning shows the moment sirens began going off. The video was taken by a vlogger traveling in Japan. That's a video blogger. He says he awakened to sirens and a notice to immediately find shelter. And this is file video of one of North Korea's latest test launches. Here's what we know so far about North Korea's missile launch this morning. North Korea fired another missile again over Japanese airspace before touching down in the Pacific Ocean. The move flies in the face of recent U.S. sanctions against North Korea. North Korea also threatened to take stronger actions against the U.S. Now, the UN Security Council is holding an emergency meeting sometime today in response. In a show of strength, South Korea responded to North Korea's early morning missile launch by launching 2 test missiles of its own. One failed and one landed in the sea off of Japan's eastern coast. We are going to pay close attention to what's going on overseas. Make sure you have the My Suncoast News app to get updates on the developing situation overseas.
Back here in the U.S., President Trump signs a congressional joint resolution that condemns white supremacy. In the White House statement, President Trump said he opposed bigotry in all forms. Congress passed that resolution earlier this week, pushing President Donald Trump to put his signature on it. The resolution condemned the violence in Charlottesville, Virginia last month, and white nationalists, white supremacists, the Ku Klux Klan, neo-Nazis, and other hate groups. And that resolution also honored Heather Heyer, who was killed amid the racially charged violence that weekend. But despite signing that resolution, President Trump is reviving one of his most controversial moments last night, repeating his claim that both sides are to blame for the deadly attack last month in Charlottesville. On his way back to Washington from Florida, the president spoke to reporters aboard Air Force One about his meeting earlier in the week with South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, who is the only black Republican in the Senate.
Yes, I think there's blame on both sides. You had a group on one side that was bad, and you had a group on the other side that was also very violent.
On Capitol Hill, Senator Scott responded saying, "That's who he is, it's who he has been, and I didn't go in there to change who he was. I wanted to inform and educate a different perspective." 6:11 this morning, and while you were sleeping, police in California arrested 9 people that were part of a large demonstration at the University of California. Take a look at this massive crowd and the views from above. The large demonstration taking place over the campus to protest a planned speech by a controversial conservative, Ben Shapiro. He was invited to speak by a conservative college group, but the invite sparked outrage. Nearly 300 people listened to his speech while crowds outside continue to grow.
On to other news now. A possible hazing incident at LSU may be what led to the death of an 18-year-old pledge at a fraternity house there. Officials there say one of their students was taken to a hospital in a private vehicle from the Phi Delta Theta fraternity house. He was later pronounced dead. The university's president says alcohol is involved in the allegations. For now, all Greek activities at the school have been suspended.
One of the several soldiers hurt in an explosion during a training exercise at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, has died. This morning, we've learned that accident took place at one of the ranges, but how it happened is still under investigation. What we do know is that it happened during part of a demolition training exercise. The Army says one soldier died and 7 others were injured.
Harvard is revoking an offer for Chelsea Manning to take part in on-campus speaking engagements and events. The former military intelligence analyst spent 7 years in prison for leaking classified government secrets. The university faced strong backlash after announcing Manning as part of a panel. The CIA director was among those who were advising against it.
Well, Google is paying a gender pay discrimination lawsuit. 3 former female employees are suing the internet giant for allegedly paying them less than their male counterparts. Google says it disagrees with the lawsuit's central allegations.
6:13 right now, and how does the weekend forecast look, John Scalzi?
You know, it looks good.
Looking forward to it. That's some great news.
It looks good. A lot of sunshine, I think, in store for us this weekend. The only, I guess, caveat or downside is for those folks that don't have air conditioning yet. It's going to be a warm one. It's going to be a warm one, but hopefully a little bit drier than we've seen. So that might take the edge off it a little.
Nice.
Yep. Always look on the bright side, right?
That's right.
And hopefully lots of those people who don't have air conditioning, fingers crossed, get it today.
I know. I hope so. We'll have that forecast in a second.
Also, first alert traffic on the way. And as we continue to clean up in the aftermath of Hurricane Irma, what has our community learned? We'll take a closer look at some of the preparations that went right and what we can learn from this next time.
And as we go to break, here's another live look at the FPL staging area. The number of power customers being restored is looking better this morning. It's down to 35,000 in Manatee and 60,000 in Sarasota. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's going to be a little bit time consuming and probably a bit tedious, but worlds better than it could have been.
We can rebuild. There's no problem about that. You know, you can put a new roof on a mobile home, you know, or new windows in there. But as long as you have your life, you know, that's all that matters.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
It's Willamania at the Players Center as the Will Rogers Follies takes the stage September 27th. Part homespun humor and part Ziegfeld Follies, this toe-tapping Tony Award musical is the start of our wild Broadway series. So call the Players at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You need to catch Will-A-Mania.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
75-degree air temperature, dew point to match, 100% relative humidity. Wind temperature and dew point are right together. We have a little bit of fair weather skies. We have a little bit of cloud cover too, especially in Manatee County from previous thunderstorms that have dissipated and moved inland. Calm winds currently. But the good news is over the weekend we'll be watching those calm winds shift northeast. That'll draw down drier air, maybe at the surface too, lowering our humidities a smidge. 75 Wauchula, Arcadia at 74. We have Myakka coming in at 75. Then along the coastline, tad bit warmer in places. 77 in Venice, 78 in Boca Grande, 75 Bradenton and in Sarasota. So this is the last time officially. I know I said yesterday it would be the last time, but just to make sure, we'll do this one more time so that you folks have the information you need. Peace River at Zolfo Springs River on the decrease, having crested. The Myakka River at Myakka State Park, major flooding reduced to moderate flooding and has crested on its way down. And then the Peace River near Zolfo Springs crested on its way down. So good news here. I think by the end of the weekend, a lot of folks will be appreciating those sinking water levels everywhere, downstream of rivers as well as at those gauges. We need more gauges, really, is what we need. We need to see gauges down near Brentwood, Moon, down in Venice. We need to see gauges at the Myakkahatchee River down in Northport. We just don't have them. Just don't have them. Got some showery activity out here in Gulf waters. That'll be in the dissipating stage and just produce a little bit of light rainfall over the Skyway Bridge over the course of the next hour or so. And then we'll have a chance at seeing a pop-up shower along the coastline through around 10 o'clock maybe. And then everything quiets down for a while, get some sunshine in here, dry out a bit, and then later in the afternoon we'll see those showers start to build in inland areas. A few will pop up along the coastline, and tomorrow morning we'll wake up to the possibility of an isolated coastal shower and then maybe a few scattered showers inland. Thunderstorms is what we would expect. No severe weather tomorrow. But then, and here's the cool thing, we have Jose out here, Jose, a tropical storm. Jose will be lifting northward. As Jose lifts northward, high pressure builds in. And as high pressure builds in, our winds will shift. They'll start coming in out of the northeast. And that northeast wind flow will draw down some drier air, reduce our rain chances, and maybe bring us a little less humid air as well. Northeast wind comes in at about 5 today. Nice day for boating, light chop, 2-foot seas. Looks pretty good, actually. Just a couple of tides if you want to get out there. 8:21 high tide, low tide 5:04, and another high tide 11:41. And the official Suncoast forecast calls for pretty nice weather. We'll look for a 30% chance of rain today and about a 20% chance on Saturday. And then first alert weather for the rest of the week is perfect. Lots of time to dry out. Back to you.
All right, sounds great. Thank you so much, John. Taking a look at your first alert traffic this morning, 301 heading north and southbound, seeing some slowdowns. Also 64 as you're heading towards Anna Maria Island, but I-75 is looking clear, as well as 41 heading into Sarasota. As we head into that area, we can see some slowdowns on 75 heading northbound as you pass by Clark Road and Bee Ridge Road in both directions. Also over on Clark Road as you're heading towards 41 and 41 heading southbound as you pass by the Stickney Point Bridge. Also, that slowdown is still on 681 as you head towards I-75, but other than that, business 41 is looking pretty good. 621 on your Friday morning. So what lessons did we learn from Hurricane Irma?
For many people, it was the first time they've ever truly felt scared about getting hurt or losing property in a natural disaster. I grabbed a camera and talked to a wide range of people. Almost all said Irma change them forever. Sunshine has finally returned to the Suncoast. The sky is blue, the palm trees look greener than ever, but at every turn, Hurricane Irma's calling card is scattered around the area. Piles and piles and piles of debris, boats tossed around the bay like toys, and people picking up, both government employees in yellow vests and citizens sweeping outside their homes. It's business as usual at the Toasted Mango on US 41 in Sarasota. They weren't actually supposed to be open this week, but after Irma blew through and knocked out power to so many, co-owners Sandy Wagner and Kimberly Duffy thought they needed to help the community.
Well, typically we close in September for a week to just freshen up the place and get ready for season. But this week we decided to stay open.
And how does this make her feel?
Excellent. Feels good to give back.
I didn't really prepare for it.
Sandy admits she didn't take Irma seriously enough.
I know, I just was watching it. I didn't think it was really going to come here. I feel like Sarasota is blessed. I didn't panic, and then all of a sudden, the day before, I'm like, I guess I better start panicking too.
And she admits Irma has changed how she'll prepare for future hurricanes.
No, I think I'm going to go out and get all that stuff right now.
It caused me to kind of rethink all the things you need and you take for granted.
Don Paxton changed, and his friend Dave Kaufman also admits he got a wake-up call by Irma.
What it did, it made me think you have to be prepared. Preparation is the main thing. And one thing that I really noticed that it made neighborhoods come together. We worked together. We boarded up people's house. We helped everybody else. We helped people that, didn't have the means, and it brought the community together for sure.
It brings everybody together. I feel more resilient.
Shauna Brown is moving back into her townhouse. She's relieved to see the clock flashing again on the stove. That means the power is back on with air conditioning and refrigeration. And she's not just taking care of herself, she's also a single mother with a little girl to protect. So what did Irma do to Shauna?
It just really opens your eyes and you see all this destruction, but everybody coming together. So I think that's a great part of our community.
But not everyone was changed by Hurricane Irma.
No, because I grew up with hurricanes.
Dr. Robert Barelski has been around Sarasota for a long time. He was the top man at USF Sarasota Manatee and New College through the 1980s. This Harvard graduate grew up in New England and will never forget being scarred by Hurricane Carol back in 1954.
The trauma of the ones when I was a kid, when we were surged and all of that stuff, in 140-mile-an-hour winds, going through the eye wall. My sister and I were 11 and 13 and left alone in the house at the time while my dad thought he was helping somebody else.
And as for Irma,
it got me upset, yeah. The main thing was the way people were panicking too much, and it makes it hard to prepare well.
Hard to prepare or not, Kimberly Duffy says this week changed her in more ways than she even realizes.
This has been a tremendous week of community, I feel like, through the whole city, and it's been really nice. So it's nice to give back.
This was so frightening because usually we get hurricane scares, but at the last minute they tend to go other places. This one, the elements all lined up and just wasn't going to budge.
Certainly.
Down to the wire, and it's going to go right up the coast, they said. We're on the right side of the storm, so it couldn't have been worse for a while there, but it veered off to our gain, to Arcadia's loss, but that's that.
Yeah, I know for me personally, I've covered a good amount of hurricanes and experienced them throughout my years. And for me, this one scared me to the point that I took my pictures that were, so valuable to me and put them in the back of my car because I didn't know what I would come home to.
Yeah, it's crazy thought processes.
Yeah.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, a tragic update to the search for a missing teacher from Maryland.
That's after the break in GMA's First Look.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Welcome back. 6:29 this morning, and the boyfriend of a pregnant teacher found dead in Maryland is being held without bail this morning.
Yeah, quite a twist. He's charged in her murder just days after his own emotional plea for her safe return. Lindsay Davis has the latest.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Tyler Tessier is behind bars, charged with the murder of his pregnant girlfriend, Laura Wallen, just days after making a tearful plea for her safe return.
Laura, if you're listening, doesn't matter what type of trouble, there's nothing we can't fix together.
Police arrested Tessier Wednesday after finding the 31-year-old high school teacher's body buried in a shallow grave in a field in Maryland. After becoming suspicious of him, police say they set up this press conference, hoping they would learn new information when he spoke.
We haven't eaten, we're just looking. We're praying that you're safe.
Wallen's family agreed to the setup, sitting next to him, even holding his hand while they wiped away tears, but Tessier had no idea. And coming up at 7 a.m., Dan Abrams and Nancy Grace weigh in on the case live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
Laura, if you're listening.
To most people, I look like most people. But on the inside, I feel chronic, widespread pain. Fibromyalgia may be invisible to others, but my pain is real.
Fibromyalgia is thought to be caused by overactive nerves. Lyrica is believed to calm these nerves.
I'm glad my doctor prescribed Lyrica.
For some, Lyrica delivers effective relief for moderate to even severe fibromyalgia pain and improves function. Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions, suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worse depression, unusual changes in mood or behavior, swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects: dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who've had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
With less pain, I can do more with my family.
Talk to your doctor today. See if Lyrica can help.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, Contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Discover all the reasons the experts love Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows, what matters most to you? We found what matters is high performance. Our customers want energy-efficient windows built for Florida weather. Windows that can stand everything from scorching sun to hurricanes. Our customers want windows that reflect their life, their lifestyle. Windows that will last a lifetime. We listen to our customers, and as a result, we're growing. So if you're looking to replace your windows, stop here at New South Window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
I'm tracking this very dangerous storm, Hurricane Irma.
If you've been ordered to evacuate, please go.
We are double teaming it in the Weather Center.
You got to make sure that there's no trees around that could fall on you in the safe room.
Of course, we still are impacted.
People are calling in with all kinds of questions and concerns.
The city of Venice is without water.
The power has gone out there.
Hoping you've got a battery-powered radio.
I'm not sure if anyone's shift really ends.
Seeing the community come together and help each other.
You know, we are all in this together here.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, this is a live look at the FPL staging area as crews continue working around the clock. Get your power plugged back in.
Plus, if you think power is a problem, imagine going without power and having raw sewage seeping around your house. One family shares their recovery nightmare.
Plus, some local YMCAs are offering free admission for storm victims looking to charge their phone or get a hot shower. We'll tell you which branches are taking part.
Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And a pleasant Friday morning. That's right, we have made it to Friday.
Woo, big sigh of relief for us all, I think.
Oh my goodness. Welcome back, September 15th. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Speaking of the weekend, let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi for a look at your weekend forecast. How's it looking, John?
Great. A lot better than last weekend. Can I say that? A lot better than last weekend. We have some dry air that's filtered. And in fact, this weekend, our weather will be actually influenced by a tropical system, tropical storm, or perhaps a hurricane, but it'll bring us nicer weather for a change. I like that. So across the region right now, a few fair weather clouds. We had some showers earlier on. They have since dissipated. We have a chance at seeing a spotty shower during the morning hours, yes, but it's by afternoon when we have the best chance of rain today, and that chance is not all that great, and it certainly won't increase any of the rivers or streams. So all in all, maybe a few of those showers will help break the heat for some of the folks who still have no air conditioning. Our daytime high will be warm, near 90. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
Thank you, John. Don't pop the corks too fast. Happening now. 100,000 people, though, in Sarasota, Manatee County are still waking up today without power.
Looks like they are already sending crews out this morning. We are taking a live look at the FPL staging area at Roberts Arena at the fairgrounds. Crews are going in and out around the clock, trying to restore your service as safely and as quickly as possible. Now let's take a look at those latest numbers. At last check, Manatee County still has more than 35,000 customers without power. Sarasota has 60,000 customers without power, and our crew is camped out at the staging area this morning in case they have any major breakthroughs in getting the lights back on here in the Suncoast. And to help while so many people in Manatee are still without power, all Manatee YMCA branches are free and open to anyone who wants to take a shower, cool off in the air conditioning, charge their phone, or even, hey, work out. They'll remain free and open now through September 24th. YMCA branches are located in Bradenton, Parrish, and Lakewood Ranch. The Lakewood Ranch YMCA is also offering a day camp for children who are out of school and whose parents are working. The camp is $60 for members and non-members.
Now, those without power are being asked to limit their water usage still. This includes flushing toilets, washing clothes, not that your washer and dryer would work right now, and also washing dishes. A number of lift stations are down, and until power is restored, over usage of water in those areas may cause sewage to overflow. Speaking of which, a raw sewage pipe in Bradenton ruptured during Hurricane Irma. It happened in the villages of Lakeside South off Cortez Road near 43rd Street West. Residents were forced to have to live with the horrible smell for a few days. City officials say a 10-inch pipe burst on Monday, flooding the area with raw sewage. The age of that pipe combined with the hurricane could be to blame.
The smell was rotten so you can anything. It's like you were standing in the sewer.
It was coming down from over there, the bowling alley, and each time you'd look, there was more coming. And by the time I looked again, this whole thing was full of that stuff.
Although this raw sewage spill is now fully contained, city officials say it will take a few more weeks to have this fully repaired.
And some good news ahead for your morning drive. All Sarasota County traffic lights are once again working. The county and sheriff's office tweeted this announcement overnight, thanking FPL and county teams for all of their hard work.
Let's check our first alert traffic map right now. We'll start this time in southern Sarasota County, and we'll see a couple slowdowns just south of Business 41 heading towards South Venice. Now we'll check this is mid-Sarasota County. We'll see some problems there on Bee Ridge in both directions around, let's say Tuttle toward Beneva. And farther north, we'll check the Manatee County map finally and see some problems there north of State Road 70 in both directions on US 301. Look at this video from a drone flying over the battered Florida Keys. Here it is. People are ready to go home after days in shelters there. They're finding ruins, though. No electricity, no cell phone, no landline service, and little food or water. Really a problem there. Many areas like the Keys are facing a major supply shortage. So to help, the military dropped off some water and food on Wednesday. FEMA estimates about 25% of the homes in the Keys could be destroyed. Meantime, the Sarasota police are collecting donations and supplies for their law enforcement brothers and sisters in the Keys. The law enforcement left there without resources. Donations are being accepted at the police department headquarters near Payne Park until three trailers are full of emergency supplies. Monetary donations are also being accepted through the Sarasota Police Foundation. SPD is also partnering with Marina Jacks, Voigt Brothers Construction, Terry's Plumbing, and Larry and Linda Twill. They are collecting non-perishable food, water, first aid kits, tools, flashlights, generators, and much more.
Stop whatever you're doing and come look at your TV screen. You don't want to miss this. It is a giant slug, maybe a dolphin, a shark, maybe an eel. Who knows? Scientists are struggling to identify this mysterious creature that washed up on a beach in Texas after Hurricane Harvey. National Audubon Society social media manager Preeti Desai, who snapped the pictures, took to social media writing, "Okay, biology Twitter, what the heck is this?" There were a lot of responses and a possible answer. It's not confirmed, but some experts believe it is a fang-toothed snake eel, whatever in the world that might be.
I don't know, but I'd have a name change right away if that was if I were called a fang-toothed snake eel. Got some changes coming up in weather over the weekend. We'll talk about that after this break.
Also entertainment news and more traffic after this. Stay with us.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
75-degree air temperature, dew point the same, 100% relative humidity. Feels kind of sticky out there. You probably get some dew on the windshield. Notice a little haze in the atmosphere. Got a few fair weather clouds in places, but a lot of starry skies as well. 74 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca coming in at 75, so Sarasota, Bradenton. Venice comes in at 77, so is Boca Grande, Northport at 75. Interesting little boundary that's set up here out in the Gulf waters. You can see those showers all kind of lined up along that boundary. Now in the process of decay, the whole thing will gradually just dissolve away and we'll watch the showers build later in the day in inland areas. Those inland showers will then gradually drift back to the coastline, and that's where we're likely to see some scattered showers probably around 5, 6 o'clock, something like that, right along the immediate coast. Inland, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So across the region right now, we have a trough of low pressure located back to the west. That will act as a force field against the Jose, a tropical storm, perhaps a hurricane, as it approaches the U.S. coastline. That force field front will move closer to the coastline and shunt the trough north and then eventually out into open waters of the Atlantic before doing possibly much more than just bringing up the swells for the coastal regions of the Carolinas and perhaps the Northeast as well. Could be some localized coastal flooding up there eventually. We'll watch the track carefully and hopefully it will verify moving out to sea, but certainly it doesn't look like it's any threat to the state of Florida. In fact, it could improve our weather by allowing our winds to shift as high pressure builds in. Coming in out of the northeast over the weekend, that will draw down some drier air and allow for less rain chance over the course of really a lot of next work week. So isolated showers, partly sunny skies, drier weekend weather. That's what's in store. 3 areas of concern, of course, Jose lifting off to the north and to the east, as I just explained, improves our weather. Another cluster of clouds with an 80% chance of development, and then TD14 right now with 35-mile-an-hour winds. Be watching that one for a while. It has a long way to go as it travels west, possibly intensifying to a storm system named Lee, and then perhaps eventually recurving back out into the Atlantic, possibly impacting the Leeward Islands. It's a wait and see on this one. And then here's Jose, as I said, recurving back out into the open waters. Forecast for us kind of shaping up like this for boaters. A northeast wind coming in at about 5 knots or so. Should be a nice day for boating. In fact, it should be a great weekend for boating. 2-foot seas, light chop, water temperature at 86 degrees. Now cooling down just a little bit. 8:21 high tide, low tide 5:04, another high tide 11:41. And the extended range forecast shows decreasing rain chances, moderating temperatures. All in all, I think it's a chance to dry out and enjoy the fact that we live in one of the most beautiful places on earth. Back to you guys.
Isn't that the truth? Thank you so much for reiterating that, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like northbound 301 as you head into downtown Bradenton, seeing some slowdowns. The bridges are looking great, though, if you're heading throughout that area. I-75 looking clear as well as we head into Sarasota County. However, there is a little blip on the screen heading northbound as you pass by Clark Road on I-75. Also, Clark Road, Bee Ridge, and Fruitville seeing some congestion as you head towards the interstate. That slowdown on 681 has since cleared up as you head towards I-75, but there are some congestion problems on 41, Business 41 heading to South Venice. 6:47 on your Friday morning. Well, megastars in medicine. Several A-list ladies are taking trips to the doctor.
Yeah, up first, Lady Gaga bowing out of a big show in Brazil. The singer informed her fans via social media that severe physical pain would keep her from performing Friday at Rock in Rio. She says she's in good hands, though, with the very best doctors, and told her Brazilian fans, "I ask for your grace and understanding and promise that I'll come back and perform for you soon." Bette Midler proved the show must go on after an incident on New York's stage last night. The Tony Award winner took a tumble on stage during a performance of the revival of Hello, Dolly. It happened just before intermission. It appears she fell due to a set malfunction. The curtain dropped and the show was delayed for a short time.
Well, she was kind of dancing and she was walking back, and it looked like the prop didn't stop moving, and then she fell. So something malfunctioned.
After the show, Miller tweeted explaining the fall. She posted, quote, "You may hear I was in a little accident on stage tonight. 2 set pieces collided. I had to make a run for it and I fell, but I'm fine."
And I am certainly sad by this news. Another celebrity couple calling it quits. Black Eyed Peas singer Fergie and actor Josh Duhamel are splitting up. The two celebrated their 8th wedding anniversary earlier this year and have one son, Axel, born in 2013.
It will continue to clown around this weekend at the box office. The record-setting Stephen King adaptation is expected to win its 2nd straight weekend, earning perhaps $50 million or more.
I heard that's actually a pretty good movie, but I'm a little too scared to go see it.
Yeah, me too. 6:49 right now. Still had your day's top news headlines, plus Jacqueline's favorite story.
Yes.
The photographer is booked. The layout is in the works. A calendar is coming.
Ooh, sounds great. How the most popular police officers in Florida are using their newfound fame for good. Right here on the Suncoast when we come back.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows, what matters most to you? We found what matters is high performance. Our customers want energy-efficient windows built for Florida weather. Windows that can stand everything from scorching sun to hurricanes. Our customers want windows that reflect their life, their lifestyle. Windows that will last a lifetime. We listen to our customers, and as a result, we're growing. So if you're looking to replace your windows, stop here at New South Window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Consumer Cellular makes it easy to stay in touch with family and stay within our budget.
Now our cell phone bill is only a fraction of what it used to be.
Our average customers get everything they need for about $25 a month, and plans start at only $10 a month with no contracts.
Consumer Cellular has a great choice of phones. Check out my new one.
I picked this simple phone.
I use my son's old smartphone. Kept my number, too.
Consumer Cellular has been an approved AARP provider since 2008, and members get exclusive discounts.
It's a good thing Consumer Cellular is always there, because sometimes I need a little help.
Sometimes. We're proud to have received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service among non-contract wireless providers.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of change.
We actually use change.
Luckily, there are some things we can still afford.
Like Consumer Cellular.
Stop paying too much for wireless service. Switch to Consumer Cellular. And with our 30-day risk-free guarantee, it's easy. Call 1-800-920-3084. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining. Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
And there's a live picture as day breaks at Roberts Arena, the FPL staging area where crews from across the Suncoast, across Florida, and across the Southeast are here right now to help plug the Suncoast back in. While some have gotten power, many are still suffering right now without it.
Right now, we're also taking, as Ray mentioned, we are taking that live look. You can see the trucks coming in and out. People are seeing them all across the county. And look at the latest numbers from FPL show that Manatee County still has more than 35,000 customers without power. Sarasota has 60,000 customers without power as well. And I do believe Fruitville Road is blocked a little bit because of those crews heading out this morning.
Yeah, a lot of traffic there. All right, some breaking news to report now out of London. Police are investigating a terrorist incident at a tube station there. Emergency crews, including specialists in hazardous situations, are on the scene. A photo making the rounds on the internet is believed to have been taken inside the train, showing something burning inside a bucket. The train line has been partially shut down. Make sure you have the My Suncoast app to get updates on our breaking news stories. For the second time in a month, North Korea launched a missile over Japanese airspace, further increasing tensions after a recent test of a nuclear bomb. In a rare move, South Korea responded to the launch by immediately conducting a simulated strike of the northern Korean launch site. That's an air base near Pyongyang. In Japan, alerts were sent to smartphones of people living in areas where the missile was projected to pass over soon after the launch. Now, the U.S. military determined that the missile posed no threat to North America or to Guam.
And taking a look at our final look at traffic this morning, looks like northbound 301 seeing your biggest concern in Manatee County. Other than that, looking pretty good as we head into Sarasota County. There are some slowdowns on Clark Road heading in both directions. Also I-75 as you pass by Clark Road. Other than that, looking pretty good as we head into South County. Some slowdowns on Business 41, but that's congestion on 681 has since cleared. John?
Spotty shower or two during these morning hours near the coast, then everything redevelops in inland areas a little later in the day and then drifts back to the coast. Now, the rain chance is not all that great, so any showers we get today will be isolated in nature. Then tomorrow, our rain chances are reduced as Tropical Storm Jose lifts up the eastern seaboard. Not a threat to the state of Florida. It will actually bring us in better weather as we head into the weekend and next work week. with some drier conditions.
Finally this morning, you can soon have the internet's favorite Florida police officers hanging on your wall. The Gainesville Police Department confirmed on Facebook that a calendar is in the works, and of course all those proceeds will go towards Hurricane Irma relief. Those 3 Gainesville police officers went viral for their selfie shared during Irma recovery efforts. The post got more than 500,000 likes and was shared nearly 300,000 times. Police have responded in a tweet saying, "Do not call 911 and request this group to respond to your incident." Sarasota Police Department responded as well.
I want equal rights. We have Facebook Friday, 8 o'clock this morning. Have a nice weekend, folks.